talk from the heart, a talk from the heart, a talk from the heart, a talk from the heart. So this is going to be a new segment where we're going to have a conversation about things, and we're going to just talk from the heart, what we feel, and maybe let you in on a little information about, the whole context and everything. So let's get started. So what is a hijab? A hijab is a piece of clothing. It's like a scarf that a woman wears over her head because she is married and her light is aligned to her man, to her husband. So therefore, she is following these rules according to her belief system in alignment to God. And so that's how she rolls. That's just very, you know what I mean? And to a certain level of respect, if you believe in God, you should have a certain level of respect for that. That's just my personal opinion. But, okay, so there's that element, right? And because we've seen a lot of these cases where women have been discriminated against, there was an airline incident where a woman, they said that she could use it as a weapon, the Coca-Cola. And my whole, like, Coca-Cola is a weapon. Like I would have been doing to Americans for so many years. I was going to say thousands, but no. But back to the conversation. I think that, that's her belief system. And I think it's about conversation. I think there's a great deal of ignorance. And I think, yes, of course there's Islamophobia because there is ignorance. And I think that we should open up the conversation and find out what is it like to be a Muslim. What is the Muslim life all about? One of the most powerful elements for me was that on Rosh Hashanah, a few years back, the Kabbalah Center had an imam, one of those now like well-known, I forget the name, I'm so sorry. But he came and spoke, and I'm going to try to include a link at the bottom. I don't know if I can find it, but I'm going to try to include a link to it. And I think that was really powerful because Kabbalah is oftentimes seen as this, like Jewish thing, and to have someone from the Muslim faith come in and give a speech on Rosh Hashanah, it's like, wow, it's that element of unity, that element of power, and it resonates still to this day for a lot of the students. Anybody who attended, just that's, and you see a lot of, like, on my Facebook, like, I have friends who are Muslims and I have friends that study Kabbalah because, there's that gray area where people are like opening up their minds and be like, wait, what? So that's really powerful. But I think that happens because of dialogue. That happens because of education. That happens because there's people communicating. I see posts and I was like, and then I read, I was like, oh, and then I see this, I was like, ooh, for instance, Billy Phillips, an amazing student, he did this whole dissertation about how Kaaba is where Allah resides. Now take those two words, you have Kabbalah, which has been this Jewish thing, known to most of humanity as a Jewish thing. So Kaaba and Allah, Kabbalah, is in, that, and then that blows our mind. So there's a lot of, once we bring both people to the table in peace and unity and start having that dialogue about deciphering the secrets because they have an alignment to God, then, I mean, you get ready, get ready, because that's what it's all about. It's about unity, it's about peace, it's about coming together and understanding one another. And saying things like you need to shut up because you're a Muslim to somebody, and then we live in a world where everything is magnetized, like polarized, super degree. So if you say it, people are going to find out who you said it. People are going to be, and I think for us as a generation, there also has to be a certain level of heroic element. And be like, the other day, I was in the bus and this person was playing a video, and the video was end this and that, and I didn't say anything. It hurt me so much that I didn't say anything. There was a black sister to the right. There was another sister in front of me. Everybody's my brothers and sisters, but they happen to be black. And there was a few other black people, and I think we kind of like, what is happening? And the person, after a while, turned down the volume, but it was there. And it just, in those moments, what about the other passengers in the plane? I think that if we want our children to be examples of heroes, we have to be heroes. So that's what I think. And I think that I am deeply sorry to all my Muslim brothers and sisters who follow their faith, and have that true alignment and are being succumb to this ignorance and this sad, just, Jerry Springer kind of thing, um, Roman circus kind of whatever that humanity thinks that they need to do. I don't know, or publicize about. It's just most of us love. Most of us love Muslims. I love you, Muslims. I do. I believe in your faith. I want to sit down. I want to learn it. And I think there's a lot of secrets to it as well. Just as there's a lot of secrets to everything. And I think when we come together, we learn them. So my heart breaks. That's why. Talk from the heart, talk from the heart. My heart breaks because, I see these women. I have one particular friend who is an amazing artist, and she's a Muslim, and she's been an amazing teacher for me. There's been teachers in my life that totally showed me that I could be and do, and inspired me. And this person is one of those people, and it breaks my heart that because she's a Muslim, that they're gonna treat her in this way in America. I think freedom from persecuting people from religion, or freedom of religion, or something that to that effect is out there, right? I think there's a certain level of respect that we need to have for people. So how do you feel? Let me know. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful year. Take care.